am I going to do with you, Aquarius? I always do this like mysterious channeled thing before I do a monthly reading. This is your April reading, by the way. And I'm like tuning in like this, like what am I going to get? Some kind of mysterious vision. And I literally get you going, I'm bored shitless. I'm like, really? Is that going to be the channeled message for Aquarius? This is where I find you. I'm bored shitless. Okay, so we're going to start with that. You're bored shitless. You're bored of something. You're Aquarius. You're ruled by Uranus. There is a constant need for intellectual novelty of some kind. You are the mad professors of the zodiac. As you know, I've got my Venus in Aquarius and I have a lot of Aquarius friends. I seem to attract Aquarius people. You're like, really, Jim? Really? Yeah, I do. And I like that variety in your personality. And I like the fact that you're not boring. But people who are not boring get bored easily. So let's just take a couple of cards. Oh, that's all right, actually. That's all right. Yes. Let's just see where we're at. Ace of Swords. We couldn't have asked for more, actually, because the Ace of Swords cuts through the BS and it's like swing straight up the crown chakra. And it gives you this indisputable, you know what I mean? It gives you a rocket up your ass, basically, saying to you, this is it. Ha-ha. It's an aha moment, okay? Now, aha moments, and this is just my experience, aha moments are not always pretty like they are in, you know, the movies or whatever, when it's kind of like, and then I was destitute and I had an idea and then I started a cake shop. Hallmark Channel. It's more, it can be quite brutal to get an aha moment. And I don't know how you're going to get yours, but I'm going to have a look. Okay, shall we have a look? Two of Pentacles is the next one. Jupiter in Capricorn. The ability to juggle ideas, but it's not mental juggling so much. Well, it is mental juggling, but it's like mental juggling with real things. So in other words, use this as a really boring example, seeing as we're on the boring train. Let's say you just mix up the way you go to work. You take the same boring old commute and you think, do you know what? I'm going to do it differently for whatever reason. I'm going to wear different shoes. I'm going to take a different route or whatever it is. So it's like experimenting in real time with mixing things up a bit. Aquarius always needs to be mixing things up a bit. Maybe things have just got a bit stale. Maybe, you know, February and March were difficult months, I think. I've got hay fever, by the way, so I might be a little bit nasally today. We had Mercury retrograde in Pisces. And it was just, I mean, I am a Pisces, and it was just a complete head, wasn't it? So I can see how we could be spat out the other end of that and thinking, God, what it did was it raised lots of emotional things, like big ticket items. What am I doing here? Why was I born? You know, why am I here? What should I be doing? What is my purpose? Why am I on the planet at this time with these people? What am I doing in my relationships? All of those things. Oh, card coming out. This is a card we didn't know we wanted. Okay, I'm just going to fetch a pen as well. Because, Aquarius, I am a scatterbrain and I have to write things down. Otherwise, I won't remember that I said them. Right. I love this. So, the Tower. You and Scorpio who, funnily enough, now Scorpio isn't ruled by Uranus. I think they're ruled by Pluto and Mars. But for some reason, you are ruled by Uranus. This is the shock thing. This is the tower. This is the moment. This is the electricity. This is the Ace of Swords. This is your aha. And like I said, because I know these things, it's not pretty. Your aha moment is not pretty. But the best kind, don't worry, I'm not doing this all reading. I just want to remember. The best kind of aha moments are not pretty because those are the game changers. Okay, I'm going to use a itchy, I've got really itchy, I've been using dry shampoo and it's really getting to me. I'm going to use a couple of shadow cards with the tower. What do we want to know? One of these. And one of those. Ooh, you're getting different cards to the rest. Hopefully that makes up for how late these readings are this month. I've been ill. I had like a week of not very goodness. Okay. Ooh, yes, that's it. That's it. If this is resonating, I was going to say resoluting then. Please do hype the video, Aquarius. If you don't know where the hype button is, which nobody does really, because YouTube never told any of us, you press the like button on your phone and you go left, left, left. Hype, Gemstone Tarot Aquarius. Murky buckets, as we used to say at school. Look what you get. And it's shiny. Any of you collect stickers when you were younger? Get a shiny. I used to collect football stickers. Okay, the hero's trial. Trial by lightning. You know, it's weird, and I don't know how you can engineer this and obviously stay safe, but being near storms or in a stormy environment with lightning, with thunder, with, you know, even like as if Zeus is throwing thunderbolts down for you, you got to eat it up. You got to take some chances in the next few weeks. Okay, whenever you get this reading, by the way, it's for you, whenever you stumble upon it. If you are Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, if you are cross-watching or you don't know why you're here, those are the best ones. What current challenge is testing your strength? I don't think you even quite know. What will overcoming it teach you? We don't know yet, but this is where we're at. Okay, this is where we're at. So, in comes the Price of Love Oracle cards. These are next tier in terms of honesty. Full on. That one is one. Ooh. Ooh. Anybody know a good dry shampoo? Let me know in the comments. I've been using Bastis, which is like cheap, cheerful, probably carcinogenic, allegedly. Right. Oh my God. I'm putting my readers on for these. And these are my expensive ones, not my 99p ones. Got 99 readers and these aren't them. Right, you get Fate. Ooh. Which is big, actually. I know that I jest, but that is a lot. It's a lot. You get Grief and Sadness. Not easy for Aquarius to process, this one. And everybody this month, every sign, there's been some kind of knock back to childhood, to karma, to, I don't know, it's not previous selves or previous lives, but it's like, it feels a bit like that. I don't know what to call it. I know there are all sorts of fancy words for it, Aquarius, but it's like, I call it spiritual big jobs, because I don't know what else to call it, and that's the kind of girl I am. Okay, so you got some spiritual big jobs going on. Now, you know, I'm with you. I've got a couple of my parts of my chart in Aquarius, and I love your ability to compartmentalize, and I use it a lot with my Venus in Aquarius. It's amazingly helpful, actually. And did you know, I think Princess Diana had Venus in Aquarius as well, just saying. But kings and queens of compartmentalization as you are, there are times when you've got to get the bloody rabbit out the hat and have a look at it. And this is one of those times. And I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. Can you see my washing blowing in the wind, by the way? It's a very good day for washing. Right. Know your worth. I love these. What does it say? Myself and I, value priceless. You want a goldy looking chain? That's optional. But why not? What I'm trying to say here, I think, is that big and bold is yes. Yes rather than maybe. You may get pushed to the edge of your comfort zone. This could be by some other person, and I will do love and relationships in a minute. I'm feeling very itchy doing your reading. Like, I've switched the camera on and I'm like, and it feels like you're itching to get out of something. A bit like when Nana's knitted you an itchy jumper and your mum's like, you were wearing that jumper till we finished, you know, the Mr. Kipling's Fancy, and then we're out of the door, you can take it off in the car. Maybe that was the thing. Let me know in the comments, because that was a little bit channeled, because I had a really like full-on somebody at Nana's house with like swirly carpet and like Viennese swirl or Mr. Kipling's Fancy type thing, wearing some kind of itchy knitted top and then getting back into like an old smelly car like a Morris Minor. I don't know, maybe it's a flashback for my own. Okay, let's have a couple more cards. What about this trial? The hero's trial. What's occurring? Ooh, okay. Well, this segues into love life, by the way, rather well. Love and relationships. We've got the Page of Cups. Interesting. This particular Page of Cups is, I don't know, I like it. It has this feeling of renewal. It has this feeling of hope, and possibly, you know, the Page of Cups can be apology of some kind. It's feelings getting through the cracks. See how the water comes through the cracks. And as Aquarians, I think you do protect yourself very well. Intellectually, I think you're bright and clever. I think you're compartmentalized and, you know, funny and all those things. I'm very often like for some reason, I'm getting a channel of a stand-up comedian. I get very interesting channels when I do the Aquarius reading. So I'm getting a stand-up comedian, but what are they doing? They're deflecting. They're deflecting emotionally. And it feels like that might be something that you do. 8 of Wands. Speak your truth. That was a channeled message. No word of a lie. Speak your truth. Yeah, that's it. That's the only message I get for that. It's got a full stop after everyone. Speak your truth. Ooh. Which may be hard to access because then we get the moon. The moon rules kind of, you know, it's a Pisces card. It's also got Cancerian vibes. Getting a few Cancerian vibes for you, and I don't know why. August water sign, actually. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And maybe you got some of that in your chart. Let me know. You can let me know while you're about to hype the video. Moon is the subconscious, interested in these two towers in the background, two pillars of knowledge, and then this subconscious in between. Don't be afraid, Aquarius, of subliminal messages, of listening to your intuition, of getting your feet wet, of being emotional, of going back to what you need to go back to confront this. I also get a weird channel message. So the Odyssey, I'm getting the Odyssey, and I've got the Hero's Trial down here. Remember we had this card, Hero's Trial. And of course the Odyssey is a hero's journey, okay? But in the Odyssey, there are two journeys going on. I think there's a film maybe out or coming out for this. There is Odysseus, who is the adult man, and he is off on a quest. And then there is Telemachus, who is his son. And once Odysseus F's off and doesn't come back for ages, Telemachus goes off as well on his like mini following in my father's footsteps journey. And I'm getting that you are Telemachus. So there's something in the grief and sadness that has a map, like a road map. And it may be that you do some therapy this month, or you know, you'd have to be guided, because it's a very individual thing. You need to be guided by whatever you feel is right for you. But you need to discover this roadmap about where you've come from. Because I don't know why, it's not like you can just change it, but you do need to claim it. Claim your provenance, claim your origin story. Love, relationships. Oof. So this, and there will be an extended love reading. I do like a really granulated, sounds like sugar, doesn't it? You and them side by side as an extended reading. Okay, we have fun, we have games, and we have spiritual big jobs. So that's available after this if you want it. Lordy! Big decision, big decision. Right, okay. It's showing up for you in your relationships. Oof. People show you who they are. Oof, this is, you've got decisions to make. Right. You get the Four of Cups using a different deck for relationships. It's Sarsaparilla Tarot. Emotional neutral, some thinking to do. Some thinking to do. And maybe we don't know more than that yet. That's okay. We have temperance. See things from both sides. Okay? There'll be a need to do that. And a need to temper your own impulses and reactions. We have the Page of Pentacles. And has he got a jetpack? Always wanted a jetpack. Did you always want a jetpack? A jetpack is such an Aquarius thing to want. Anyway, Page of Pentacles probably isn't a jetpack. It's probably a really boringly packed rucksack with one of those lunch boxes that's all divvied up into dividers. You know what I mean? You know there's some carrot batons. You know there's no wagon wheel. You know that there's some kind of raisins, some wholemeal bread sandwiches. Page of Pentacles is saying, be boring, be sensible. I know you're bored shitless, but don't pull the plug. Don't take the pin out, okay? Don't do what you sometimes do, which I get, but it's like, let's bust out and see what happens. That could be harmful because this fella in his pink lame jumpsuit, I know. Raise your hand and say so in the comments if this is your Match.com who viewed your profile. At least he's got his clothes on. Sort of. I was going to say Semi got his clothes on, but actually then I thought, do I want to say the word Semi in Match.com profile? No, but I did. I said it. Okay, anyway, look, the devil is how kind of toxic things show up for you in the people that you date, that you're friends with, that you interact with. We then have the Knight of Swords, which is very Aquarius. It's like, for God's sake, it's time to cut through the shit right now. I need to only know the truth. I need to speak the truth. I need to hear the truth. I need to know the truth. Why on earth have you got a kerchief with your pink jumpsuit? And you could do some teeth whitening as well. More seriously, the truth is king in your relationships, whoever they are with. For some of you, there is a particular situation where there is some kind of, I'm going to call it disguise or evasiveness. And you may need to decide whether you are in on that or whether you're out of that. Because look, matey boy here with it's kind of like those tighty jeans. Those are sort of 1989 moving into the 90s jeans, aren't they? Some kind of thing like Kevin Bacon might have worn, maybe in Footloose, maybe John Cusack. Let me know your thoughts on the 80s/90s film jeans. 8 of Cups. Creating distance, sometimes leaving, sometimes walking away. You don't know if you're walking away from it or if you're walking towards it with this card. I'm bloody interested though. Bloody interested. Ooh. Cripes. Love me a pink rocket. Sorry. Okay, good. Glad to see those. Look. High Priestess. This again is the subconscious, your inner world, your inner knowledge, your hunches, all of that stuff. We have the 3 of Pentacles. Are you on the same page? Can you work together with this? Some of you can and some of you can't. Could it be more phallic? Probably. And the Ace of Pentacles. This is grassroots. Does this have legs? Does it have roots? Is it real? Is it the truth? Can I trust it? Can I rely on it? These questions will be answered in your extended reading. There will be a link below this video. Fetch yourself another beverage, perhaps a beer, perhaps a water. We're going to dig in, you and them, side by side. It's kind of like cats doing biscuits, isn't it? Cosmic biscuits. Oof! Remember this. You're going to look back on it and laugh. See you on the other side. Namaste.